Hello, everyone. Welcome to Adventures on Tap's Twitch stream, where we're playing Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk. Tonight is our, let's see, our
26.
25th, 26th session. So if you're interested in catching up, if this is your first time joining, first of all, welcome. But we do have our sessions archived on our YouTube channel, which you can find in the links below. But in general, we are a Central Florida organization, charity focus, where we do tabletop role playing games and breweries. So we drink local, play local, and support local. So even though we typically do events in person, we've obviously taken on to the Twitch realm, and we are still in support of a charity. So you can also donate there at the bottom right to Child's Play, which we are specifically supporting their Central Florida chapter. They are a nationwide organization, but they gamify recovery for children. So pretty awesome cause. If you donate, it does interact with our game. You also get channel points as well as you accumulate with watching that you can help reach a goal and interact with our game that way or unlock some emojis. But definitely consider donating or exchanging those channel points to get something going. But before we get started with our adventure and give you a quick summary, we like to go around the virtual table here and let everybody know who everyone is, who they're playing tonight, and what they are drinking. We're going to start with Garrett and go counterclockwise.
Hello, as mentioned, I am Garrett. I will be playing Nib Farkle, the Goblin Blood Hunter. And tonight I am drinking yet again Flocal from Ocean Republic Brewing in Stuart, Florida.
And I am Ken, and I will be playing Tregal Evelev, the Shatterkai monk. And tonight I will be drinking the Boba Sour from Hourglass Brewing. This says it is a fruited sour with cherry, watermelon, and lime. It is a kind of more on the sour side than on the sweet side. So if you like that, I think you'll like this one. It's quite tasty.
And my name is Chris, and I am playing Ragnar, the human barbarian. And tonight I'm drinking a blueberry muffin mead that I made.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
And I am Kyle. I am playing Sky Spirit Flight, an Elf Ranger, and I am drinking a Red Bull and whiskey right now because I did not get anything else after Friday's session and last Wednesday's session. So, unfortunately.
Nice. And I am Joe. I'll be our GM for this series. I'm in Kyle's boat. I mean, as per usual for me at least. But especially having a puppy, it's hard to go out and grab things. So I am drinking a no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors, gluten-free drink from a very rare distillery called High Noon, and it is flavored with watermelon because somebody dropped it off when they visited the meet the puppy, and now I'm drinking it. So, uh, but yeah, before we get started with our adventure, what we like to traditionally do at all of our events is just before we dive into that session, we like to do a cheers. So at the count of three, go ahead and grab whatever you're drinking, uh, even if it's water or milk. Who knows? Count of three, we're gonna say to adventure. So three, two, one, to
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 adventure.
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 Milk.
I'm just gonna, it's just gonna be my like
Nothing more
running bit
adventurous
that like
than
is
milk.
not all that funny, but I just keep beating it like a dead horse.
Dead cow.
Um, or dead cow, sure.
Because it's milk.
Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, yes, like a dead cow. But before we dive in, just to give a quick summary of last week's session, the group returned to the ruined Cragmaw Castle, drawn by the mysterious pull of the constellation-marked quiver found in Agatha Banshee's hut, the Banshee's hut, as it guided them toward the unknown. Re-entering the chapel, they carefully examine the space and piece together its history, hoping to uncover its long-buried secrets. The quiver pointing downward, Ragnar with the quiver with the quiver pointing downward, Ragnar ventured deeper into the castle in search of a staircase, only to be face to face with a tentacled aberration. He engaged with it in a brutal duel, ultimately slaying the creature. The party then discovered that moonlight was the key to activate the glyphs and statuette within the chapel, triggering the reveal of a hidden passage beneath the castle. In its depths, the mystery of the Melarue family began to come into focus. There, they found the body of the younger sister, Myra, clutching a silver comb that mirrored her sister Agatha's. Her remains bore the unmistakable signs of a savage attack by a green dragon, and a nearby journal named that dragon as Venomfang and recounted the final days of the Melarue family. Pressing forward in the next chamber, the group discovered a shrine dedicated to Sehanine Moonbow, where the party discovered the abandoned divine counterpart of the quiver and the Moon Well Auglatha mentioned in her journal. This was no ordinary weapon. It channeled the moon's magic, a gift from the goddess herself, and kneeling before the moonwell, Ragnar drank from its shimmering waters and rose changed, emerging particularly insightful. And that is our session recap. So you all are still, as far as I'm aware, at the Melarue sanctum that you discovered. So let me just bring you back here. And also, I forgot to mention, you might see that Ferg's not here yet. He's going to be a little late, but he is playing Barry, the Turtle Druid, and he'll let you know what he's drinking when he gets here. But we pick back up in the sanctum where the Moonwell was after Ragnar is particularly, like I said, insightful. What are y'all doing?
Is there anything else we can glean from this? Because I thought we were going to find another one of those orb things, but clearly not.
Well, we
Trigal,
haven't
you
been
want the book?
down. Oh, I am taking the journals. I think for the time being, I'm going to leave the sacred text here. It, it, if it might be that we take it when we leave this place, but for now, it feels like it's best just to leave it.
Joe, can I real quick just look around and see if there's any like gold offerings sitting around under statues and stuff?
You see nothing but candles strewn across the area. It just seems to be a peaceful reflection area to Sehanine Moonbow.
Man, these people don't even give gold to their god. How do they even know they like them? Jeez, I'm out of here.
Wait, I don't
Yo.
understand. Why do people give gold to gods if they're not going to use them? It's just going to lay here. What a waste.
Well, in most religions, you give gold to the temple, which then supports the poor of the area and upkeeps the temple and makes sure that the services go on, feeds and clothes those who serve the temple. It is a gift for the god, but it's mainly given to the servants of the god to
Screw
meet
this.
their
I'm doing
day-to-day
it.
needs.
I'm just gonna flip a
Oh.
gold coin into the well. To Sehalun or whatever.
Oh, you're
Sehanine.
praying.
Sehanine.
You're praying. Should I? What should I do? Should I put my hand over my chest like this? Is that what you do when you pray?
I feel like I'm the one doing it, so you don't need to do anything.
Okay.
You should definitely take your hat off and put it over your chest, though.
I'm not wearing a hat.
What's on your... Is that all your hair?
It's my hair.
I'm gonna
Oh!
Toss
I'm
the
gonna
coin.
change that, Joe. It's gonna be
Okay.
an electrum coin because I have no gold.
So you take this electrum coin out, you flick it, It spins lusciously through the air. Perfect technique of flipping a coin. Meets the surface of the water, and you hear it just drops into the water. Nothing happens.
Do with that what you will, great goddess. And just, I'm out.
So wait, doesn't that piss you guys off? Like, you
What?
just wanted to talk to that god and they did nothing.
They don't always talk back, dude. That's just kind of how it goes.
Most don't.
The
That seems really unreliable.
the gods
We try.
often work through signs, dreams, answers to prayer, and it is up to us as mortals to interpret.
Oh,
what
true. She
they
might be
say
giving me
to
a.
us.
She might actually be giving me a message. Sky, do you need this thing? Can I read its entrails?
What? No, we're not. No, we're not doing. We said we're not doing that again.
You all said you're not doing it, but you never did it in the first place.
And I call Lutra over to me. Tries to run around you.
I mean, they come back. How expensive is it for a nice message from a goddess? Maybe she'll give you some tips on the bow.
Listen, I will make a deal with you. Do not touch Lutra, and tomorrow Ursa will be your friend.
Okay.
Oh, Ursa's the bear, by the way, just in case you were.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay, just double.
He was useful.
You remembered that name? Thank you.
Yeah, he was useful. So I'm gonna remember his name. The bird and the water thing, useless.
The otter. But yes.
I think the otter's kind of cute.
What occurred here? Was everything all good in this room? I apologize. I was focused on
Well,
learning that.
the most dramatic thing that seemed to have happened here affects our friend Ragnar. Ragnar, since you rose from the pool, do you feel different in any way? It seemed that the magic from that pool infused into you somehow.
Maybe.
He's got the magic in him.
Yes, I believe a bard once said he's young, he's wild, and he's free.
I think I've heard that one. Well, do you think this will? I know this. As I hold up the bow, this will definitely assist anything we're dealing with in the caves.
Yes. I would
My only
advise
issue is I
I
don't
would
know if I can
advise
turn the light
not
off.
shooting at the altar
Yeah,
of the goddess
yes.
again.
No, that was pure apologies. I didn't think it would happen. I was testing the bowstring, and an arrow kind of materialized. I don't know what happened.
Definitely useful in battle.
Yeah.
You don't have to pull an arrow, knock it, and then draw it back.
But like
But
I said, the
apparently we
biggest
know
issue is
it's very sensitive. So
yes. I can't turn the light off. It doesn't stop glowing. So I shouldn't be
well,
in front of
perhaps
Just put it in Ragnar's sack.
perhaps after you have
could put it
held on
covered.
to it for a while, it's
I'm hoping to learn, like, maybe there's a button I need to press or something,
or perhaps something you need to say.
Command word, yes.
Yes, or and I will well. Nif asked, and perhaps this will be a reason if we don't find something downstairs. When we do leave, perhaps I should take this book of rituals and prayers to Sehanine with me. If nothing else, we can give it to Sister Grail
Mm-hmm.
and have it get to a shrine of Sehanine somewhere. I'm fear that if it's left here,
We'll
it may
create
just
a shrine in Phandelver.
Boo, boring.
if there is someone who venerates the goddess, yes.
I could see Eldermeth potentially.
Perhaps, yes. But I will think on it, and uh, you know, we should get downstairs and see what your quiver has been leading us toward.
Oh, it was here. It was to the bow.
I don't think there's even a more downstairs than we
When
are.
when
bud.
you guys went,
Well, no, you
Yeah.
remember the
it was
Yeah,
pointing
pedestal
pedestal
down.
moved aside and there's stairs going
It was
down.
pointing to the
Yeah,
bow.
we're down there right now.
Yeah, the constellation of the quiver.
Oh.
Yeah.
Went
So while you guys were in this room
exactly.
dealing with that, that's where I got the bow.
Okay.
Dragal, what happened? Did somebody hit you?
Wait,
I believe so. Yes. I believe
Dragal's
that.
memory go into Ragnar? Is that what's happening here?
No.
Did we just Freaky Friday them?
What
would
is
be
that?
freaky about the Friday?
You guys have not seen the minstrel show?
I'm sorry. Did you what did you say? The what show?
It's the traveling minstrel show.
This is unproductive.
No, I did not see that.
We should go. There's nothing else to do here. And there's potentially
Yes.
a dragon to fight.
What?
Yeah.
I'm still a little.
I said
weary about
potentially.
that. Yes.
Well, now that we know the dragon's name, we can do more research on it.
Yeah, Ragnar, if you want to fight it, you can go out on top of a mountain and yell his name, see if he shows up.
But think if you got the jump on a dragon, you could jump on its back and potentially ride a dragon.
I don't do surprise attacks. Those are for cowards.
Thanks.
No, but you've been taking those lessons from Ephraim, right? On how to rodeo.
I'm gonna look towards Dragal. Does he know Ephraim hasn't been here for a while?
Yes,
He's
but
right back there.
I believe
camp
that
in
he.
Phandelver.
I believe that he has always known that you have a very keen mind for battle tactics, and that when you see something else done, maybe you think on it for a time, and you might break it out, shall we say, when it is appropriate. So maybe there is an opportunity to wrangle a dragon, or at least roll it over on its back and rub its belly and maybe put it to sleep.
Yeah, that can't possibly fail.
I agree. That can't fail. All right. Well, we know what we need to do.
Yes.
Now we just got to figure a way to get dragon on its back so I can rub his belly.
I feel like that whole thing is very much your problem.
I will figure it out.
All right.
Where do we need to go now?
Yeah.
we
Oh, I guess we should go to that other place. That's like.
Thunder Tree is where
the dragon is.
Oh,
is
maybe don't go
where
there then.
Sky's Lady Love wants us to go.
Don't we have
The
something else
widow?
we gotta do before that?
The widow.
I feel like I'll just impress love interests onto each other just because
Yes.
you talk to a female NPC.
Yes.
To be fair, Chagall was just dishing it back.
Where's my map?
I am
Alright.
married to the forest, but I think we should
Gross.
probably return back
That's where
to-
squirrels live.
Phandelin.
Going back to Phandelin.
And I think the hope is that
Didn't we have something else to do while we were out here?
Well, we had
This
talked
was the
about
big-
going to Thunder Tree, and did
Well, that's
was
dragon
there?
territory.
Was there a third place that we
I thought there was.
well,
Mm,
we had learned about those tools
need to look?
for dealing with the dragon.
Oh yeah, it was
Mhm.
rescue the guy from the cave.
What?
what?
What's his
Oh,
face,
you're
his
talking
brother?
about yeah,
Oh yeah,
Ninja.
that was
Michael,
Yes.
Michael, and Tricle.
exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's Wave Echo Cave.
Yeah, we should
But-
go get that guy.
which we would have to go to Phandelin to then go.
We have to go back to
Yeah.
Phandelin because
I just don't think
Gundren-
we're quite in dragon fighting shape at the moment,
Yeah.
That's fair.
especially if we're down Ephraim, since he's been gone for a while, and Barry's just catatonic following us around. Not sure when he's gonna get done with his trip, but
Oh, he's definitely on a trip right now.
And we also need to figure out where the black spider is, which
I have a feeling it's probably the same place near the dragon. If they're in
either
cahoots
that
with the altar.
or where we find Gundren's brothers.
Oh yeah, that one's probably more likely. Never mind.
Think they're working with the dragon?
Who knows?
The black
forest works
the
in
black
mysterious
spider
ways.
might well be working with the dragon. Yes.
He'll know how to turn him on his back and rub his belly.
Yeah, you can ask him.
So what are we doing?
Back
Going to
say
Phandelin,
Phandelin.
getting Gary, and going to rescue Larry.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
Did you
going
know?
to say a general prayer
Already did it.
to the Pantheon, and grab the big tome here off of this altar.
Ooh, he's a
And-
thief. He's stealing.
and put it into my backpack very reverently, and then say before I leave, we will get this to a shrine of you, and sort of do a
Continue
little
faith.
genuflect towards the statue of the goddess, and
Okay.
Mhm.
Mick, go ahead and I guess add. We'll just say the rites of Sehanine,
okay.
RITES.
Yes.
All right, and we're going to the inn or to your compound.
I think we'd be going back to the inn now. Oh, we can
To the
No, we go to our compound. Well, we go to the inn.
yeah. There was. Let me see if this loads. I was having trouble last week. Has it's definitely been at least 7 days since when we left on those side quests like Tacona Berry and everything, correct?
Since
It's been at least a
we
week.
left the first time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably.
okay.
It takes us like a day or two to get back and forth every time. So
Because
I'd
this
say
would
so.
be about this trip alone would be about 2 days.
Yeah, and
Believe
that
so.
place was farther, so
Yeah.
reasonably that says week to me.
Because
However, the great and powerful
before we
Joe may rule
left,
differently.
that's yeah.
Uh,
Before we left, I had talked to Grom from Grom Smithy
mhm.
to produce or make a studded leather armor for me.
You did. Mm,
And I paid him half, and I need to pay him the other half.
Do you have the other half, or do we need to go get that Electrum?
No. I made sure I only gave Ragnar a majority of my money, but I
Gotcha.
kept some back.
Oh, Barry, you've recovered. You really
Yes.
shouldn't eat too many mushrooms, man. You were just standing there catatonic.
Oh,
Unintended.
yeah, bro. Sometimes they're a little bit more potent than I realize.
Hello, Kitty Cat. So I would say, if anything, just go ahead and minus out the remaining half, assuming you have it, Kyle, and then just add it to your inventory. We don't need to
Okay.
have like a side time there. All right, let me pull y'all to the compound.
Also, while we're like on our way there, whenever we would have made camp out wherever, it takes us more than a day to get back to the town, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a couple days I had stated.
Okay. I'll I'll go up to Nif during this time and hand him the boots, and I'm gonna say, Nif, I'm not gonna lie, I'm never gonna be in the back line of anybody. I'm always gonna be in the front line protecting you guys from these people. If anything, you should have the ability to jump and assassinate somebody, because I can't do this. I'm a all attention on me kind of
Now,
fighter.
what if you're hurt too bad and you want to jump away?
If I'm hurt that bad, you guys are probably going to be hurt worse.
Okay. What are these boots? I do not remember.
Boots of striding and springing.
Thank you.
And you will have to attune to them, which just requires a short rest.
Yeah, so during the trip back, I assume we could do that if he gave them to me during the trip.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
reasonable that you're taking a long rest on the way. So I guess on that note, I guess specifically Ragnar, but do a long rest.
Everybody heal up.
All right, so y'all make your way back to the compound after a couple of days journey. About time you arrive to Phandelver and back to your compound, it's about sunset, or excuse me, afternoon is what I meant to say. You see in the central area as you enter Sildar and Gundren, ahead of you peeling over a map and discussing plans, not noticing that you've entered just yet. What are y'all doing?
Hey, hey guys, there's a dragon about apparently.
Oh, hey, oh, well, hello. It's good to see y'all made it back safely. Dragon?
Yeah,
I haven't heard about a dragon
ghost
in some
lady
time.
we got rid of.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
her
we learned its
sister and
name.
her whole family were just decimated by a green dragon.
Hmm.
We found the ruin, or we found out that Cragmaw Castle was the ruins of an elven uh, stronghold or an elven house called House Melarue, their mansion basically. And we found some writings in there. It named the dragon as Venomfang, a green dragon. And it said that the dragon was lured there by a human who had courted one of the elves under false pretenses and led the dragon there to destroy it. There was a very nice shrine to Sehanine Moonbow, one of the elven goddesses, and we rescued a prayer book of the goddess. So
Rescued.
we will need to find someone here in town who maybe venerates the goddess and can put it to good use.
Mhm.
We thought
Understood.
perhaps talking with the gentleman at the orchard, he might be interested.
It's possible that he may take interest. I don't know of his pantheon or anybody in town for that matter that worships Sehanine. That's very specific. I feel like I would hear that more in the bigger cities, but
Mhm.
it's possible.
Yes,
Hey,
if not
Certainly.
him, then perhaps Sister Grail will know of someone through her network.
hey Slivar, do you know any people in
Sildar.
your bird watching group that are like old and know about this dragon?
Bird watching group, do you mean by the Order of the Griffin that I
Yeah,
was part of?
yeah.
Okay. Your humor.
Isn't that what I said?
He's really trying
Sure.
his best right now.
As he just like rubs his temple, like, possibly. I mean, it's been some time since I've been in contact with them, but I can certainly use my connections with the
Oh,
Lord's
you're not. I thought you
Alliances.
were an active member still.
Oh no, I'm retired.
Ah,
Uh,
never
yeah,
mind.
I'm an old man like me cannot fight in combat whilst aboard a
You
griffin,
barely
though
have
I
any
long
gray
for
hair
them
on your
days.
temple. How old are you?
It's like 60s, isn't he?
Yes,
Oh,
I am. I'm
well,
50.
good genes on your guys.
Yeah, just fortunate to only start peppering around 48. So
Hey, are you two ready to go save
Have you
Brugeth?
heard back about your brother?
Nundrin.
Nundro,
Nundro.
Nundro,
Ah,
yes.
you got it wrong.
Mm,
I was mixing the names. I know. I am learning still too.
It's okay. Yes, we heard back from the scout. They don't see any indication of my brothers. Unfortunately, they do see a campsite that presumably was theirs, but it seems safe passage for now. I can't attest to the inside. The scout did not have instructions to go in.
Are you coming with us?
Yes, of course.
All right.
When
Should
when
we?
when would you like to leave?
Well, seeing as we have the answer anytime you are ready, I mean, the sooner the better. Like I keep saying, I would like to
Mhm.
save brothers. I'd like to reap the benefits of this forge of spells.
Well, I have an errand or two this evening here in town, but I can be ready in the morning. I don't know if anyone else needs more time than that.
As soon as possible. Should we possibly procure mining equipment just to be safe, or do you think we will be not needing it?
I mean, if anything, I can prepare some pickaxes that I brought.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you all brought to Phandelin. We can borrow them. Yes,
Okay.
that's no problem. Don't worry about that. I'll figure it out. I'll have it ready.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, whenever we're all ready, I think.
Okay. Well, that evening, um, Tregal would like to, and we don't have to spend time RPing this. We can do it however you want, Joe. Like to go out to the orchard, talk to the adventurer there about the dragon and the um, rituals of Sehanine, and then, if necessary, go and talk to Sister Grail about the ritual book, and then maybe inform her about the dragon as well, since she might be able to pass the word about that along to the Harpers, or the Harpers may know some lore about it that would be useful for us.
About what? Sorry, the book.
The book and the dragon, Venomfang. Now that we know its name.
Sorry, trying to find. It's in here. Well, I can't seem to find what I'm looking for, but so when you talk to um whatever his name is at the orchard,
Yeah, I want to
um
call him Dagger Dan, but I know that's not it.
Dagger Dan, uh Darren.
You guys give me crap.
He doesn't. He conveys that he's not aware of any himself. He doesn't follow any pantheon. Not aware of anybody that may, excuse me, around town that he's familiar with. But it would be a good start to um bring. Oh wait, you were asking him about the dragon, right?
Well, I
Not the
was
book.
asking him about both. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so you just suggest that maybe Sister Grail would be a better assistance with that.
Okay.
Um, he brings up he's just heard rumors about a green dragon for as long as he's been in Phandalin. At this point, he thinks it was just a myth, but he's been here for a long time. He's heard it in passing over the past half century or so. Uh, the Venomfang as a name rings a bell to him. He just mentions that the rumors all seem to tie to Thunder Tree. He does recommend seeking out a druid friend of his that is around that area, um, for which I was trying to find the name, but I will come back to you on that.
Okay.
um, and then, as far as bringing the book to Sister Grail, she is aware of some temples on her way back to uh, the bigger city that she's from, that she can bring this uh, tome of rights to, if you so choose.
Yes, I will happily pass that off to her. I
Okay.
can take it out of my inventory. Um, I tell her about the shrine that the family had, and that there was still some magic in that shrine. So it would be good if this ritual book could go to an active temple. Um, and then maybe pass along the news about the shrine. So if somebody, from the Church of Sehanine wants to go out and do something with renovating that shrine, now that the uh, Cragmaws have been dealt with.
Okay.
And I'll fill her in on any details from the journals that might be of interest to people that follow Sehanine Moonbow.
Sorry, say that last part again.
I will fill her in on any details from the journals that we found that might be of interest to a congregation of Sehanine Moonbow.
Okay.
And then in terms of Venomfang, I'll just ask her if she knows anything through the Harpers about that specific dragon.
For her answer, she doesn't seem to be aware of this rumor that a couple of individuals have already passed off. But she is aware that she does warn that, if there's a green dragon around this coastline, it's not their typical um, habitat, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But that if there is in fact a green dragon, there's ill intent, and that she hopes that you and your friends could take care of it
Okay.
soon if it's true.
And has she ever heard, or if she hasn't, I would ask her to maybe um, check with the Harpers if they know anything about this character called Gwynforth, who was the human that seems to have lured the green dragon to the elven estate under, and sort of seduced the matriarch of the estate under false pretenses. Um,
Okay. So she conveys that she'll utilize her network to uh, more than willingly for your assistance to see if the Harpers are aware of Venomfang or aware of the Melarue family, aware of Gloomforth.
okay.
You said it'll take some time, obviously.
Okay. All right. And then I will take my leave of her, um, say some prayers at the shrine in the middle of town, and then I will head back to our compound.
Okay. And I did find the name of the druid. It is specifically an older female human druid. Her name is Rydoth.
Okay. Yeah, and when I get back to the compound, I guess I would be looking for a late dinner, but before I eat that meal, where might I find Barry?
I don't know. Barry, where might he find you?
Barry is over here by the not in the wall. He's over here in his little potion station.
Oh, okay. All right. Um, well, Tregal will come to you and say, Barry, I learned there is another druid in these parts, and a druid that might be able to give us some aid when it comes, or at least some intelligence when it comes to this dragon.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's Who told you that?
Was the gentleman at the orchard, uh,
Oh, okay.
Draymond, or whatever his name is.
Darren.
Darren,
Darren.
yeah.
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
I yeah, that'd be probably a good idea.
Yeah, she is apparently a human, older human by the name of Redoth. Does that have you ever heard of her? Have your paths ever crossed before?
Probably not. Like, I mostly just chilled in my little neck of the woods around the little forest pond. So,
Okay.
but I'd be willing. I'd love to like talk with her and see what kind of wisdom she has.
Certainly.
While I am old in turtle years, uh, they are I'm still pretty young, and I have a lot to learn and experience yet. So yeah, I would I would love to strike out and put our feet on the turf and head there as soon as we can.
Yes, and it does seem from what both Sister Grail and Darren had heard, it sounds like she might be found near this thunder tree, and that there have been rumors of the dragon in that area as well.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's gonna know about the ongoings of dragons, probably an old lady druid. Yeah, that's a pretty good shout.
Yes. Well, good. Well, I am off to find some dinner and meditate.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna experiment with some of this ooze and see what I can conjure up and mix around. Hopefully, something cool.
Yes, your experiments have proven quite useful.
So far, we shall see.
Very well.
Nature be with you, kind sir.
And also with you. May Kellamvor guard you and keep death at bay for yet many more years.
Yeah, no turtle soup with this one. Thanks, Callumore.
You know, you guys can just say bye to each other, right?
Bro, when did you get so wise?
I don't know, man. Just something,
Did you-
something about this last couple days.
There was something in the water.
No,
Well, yeah, we could just say bye. It's a good idea. I'll do that next time, Raggy.
Definitely.
okay.
And then I go try to find Apple and see what's on the menu for dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything for this long rest?
No.
I'll just use a little bit of my free time to work on my leather crafting skills.
Okay.
So I don't know what you need from me, but
I don't know. I've never really done crafting and stuff in
Listen, I got
Campaign's
one bit of
TBH.
material that I don't want to mess up, so I want to make sure I'm doing everything good.
Well, you can take another stab at the coin purse that you're making out of.
Yes, but I want to
grab
use
something.
scrap leather first instead of the one bit of material that is the final product.
Sure. I think last time I had you roll a dex check.
Probably.
See if you.
That's an 8.
So, you're able to hold on a second. Woo wee. All right. Anyways, you take some scrap leather. You begin trying to refine the technique. It seems to be a lot better than what you did before. You tested it by pouring some water in. It does leak a little bit, and seems like one of your stitching might have been off. But you're certain that next time you should do a lot better. If anything, why don't you go ahead and roll another time? Because you've already made an attempt on this. Let's say it's an advantage. It's the same thing. See if you get a better roll.
And that's a 17.
So you figure out how to properly triage that threading and tighten it up, and it seems to be a proper coin purse.
All right. Can I use this session to attempt the real thing, or do I need to wait?
It's a long rest, so I guess it would just be one.
Okay. Then I will wait for next time.
Yeah. The next time I would say we'll give we'll probably just do it at advantage again too, because it's the same thing.
Right.
You're just doing a better material. Okay. Anybody want to do anything else?
Oh, before I go to sleep, I'll do a prayer to Kellenvor in my haphazard way.
Okay.
I am just gonna switch out Lutra for Ursa.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, yeah, do you all sleep throughout the night? Nothing seems to occur over that time. Being within your safety of your stronghold, you wake and all meet at the center of the compound to see Gundren already has a couple of essentially small rucksacks set up with mining gear. He's already geared up and he's ready to go. It's early morning. You all make your way to the journey, or you want to do anything else?
Let's boogie.
I think I'm good to go.
I think we're ready to potentially save some more dwarves.
Okay. Let's bring you to.
You already have
Sword Coast map.
experience saving one.
We can.
2 more can't be that hard.
All right, so I would say it takes about 3/4 of a day. The sun's still up in the air. It's probably about to be sunset within the next couple of hours, so a little past noon, late noon time. You all make your way to the location of the Wave Echo Cave. Let me pull that handout up.
All right, Joe, how are you whispering? Every time I can't do this.
/W.
It's
Yeah,
slash
just like
Space.
all video games.
/W space, and then if you're trying to whisper one of us, it's our name. If you're trying to whisper Joe, it's GM.
Yeah. Alright, so let me see. I opened up the wrong thing. Alright. Oh my god, dude, I hate how they break down these damn modules.
That splits everything.
Yeah. So they keep like popping it open in another window, and then I realize it's like a short little segment, and I have to hit next to the. I did that like 3 times. It's a half
Major.
user error as well, but um. All right, so you all make your way to um, the presumed entrance of the Wave Echo Cave, about a 15-mile trek. You make your way through the mountain range as it begins building to taller and taller mountains. This is at the base of one of the first pretty tall mountains within the range. The entrance of the tunnel leads into a large natural cavern supported by a pillar of rock on either side. So it does appear to be like a man-made structure leading inward. Do you all make your way into the entrance, or what do y'all do?
Did Gundren say that there was a camp around here somewhere?
Well, he said either here or potentially
that-
I think he
inside.
said
Was
there
that
were like
inside or was it
remains of a
outside?
camp. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
camp, yeah.
Did he tell us whether it was inside or outside?
I mean, he did specifically say
They
he has
said,
information on the inside
I mean,
because
you
his
can
Yeah.
ask him, right? He's with
Yeah.
us.
yeah, I'm, ri- I'm
No,
right
we
here.
just ignore him. Like it's just
Talk over him.
yeah.
Yes,
Literally.
the scout that said that it was at the basically the entrance of the cave they could see
Oh,
within,
okay.
but
Okay.
not the outside.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that if it was outside, we should just look around and see if there was any signs we could glean. But if it's inside, we will.
You
Yeah.
know, I could talk to, some plants. See what they saw.
last time. Didn't they fail to warn us about a thing that attacked Ragnar?
Well, in its defense, it seemed to have been living inside that castle for some
Yes.
time. So,
Then you'd think the tree would have seen its comings and goings, right?
well, no, because if it goes underground, the tree would not be able to see. He said.
Don't they have roots that go underground? Can't they see there?
The root structure is probably
They
not far enough
see.
under the castle for it to see anything there.
Learning.
Guys,
Sense.
trees can't see.
They sense, yeah.
Only potatoes, right?
They most certainly can, bro.
There's eyes of a tree.
There's knots. You would know about those, bud, wouldn't you? You're
I
married
mean,
to her.
what?
You're married to a tree?
All of them, apparently.
No, I'm married to my job.
You said you're married to the
Anyway.
forest.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and see. They can at least communicate if they've seen similar things, anything coming and going, so that we have an idea of perhaps any movement within the last few moments of our arrival.
Yeah. Talk to a tree.
Sick. All right, so I'll cast Speak with Plants. So for 10 minutes, I'll prep it. And I'll do kind of the same thing. I'll just walk around and like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. He's like picking up and like looking at grass. I go in and like pet some moss on some rocks. And we'll talk to the moss. Yeah.
You're muted, Joe.
This whole time I'm like multitasking, and this whole time I've been chiming in. I'm like, he's still. I guess he's still RPing. What it looks like. What are you saying to, I guess, said Moss?
Yeah. So I will go over and just go over and kind of like run my claws across the across where it has grown and get some of the dew and smell it and swish it around inside my mouth and say, yeah, um, hey, hey, Mister or Mrs. Mossy, you in there?
Yes. Yes. What would you like? Who
Oh,
are
great,
you?
sick, great,
This
okay.
is what I imagine Moss sounding like, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, bro.
Talking to
So
all the
like,
monkeys in there.
has there been any activity walking through the cave, um, in the past day or so?
Oh, well, within the past day, there's been big spiders.
Oh,
Big spiders. Don't know where they went though. They
uh,
just stomped on us. I mean, we didn't like it.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure you guys probably end up on the bottom of things often. And that sucks.
Thank
Um,
you.
and yeah. All right, sick. Thank you so much. Hopefully you remain nice and moist and continue to spread. I'm very grateful for your information, Mossy.
You're very welcome.
You just see Barry just like, just face down, just inches from Moss, and he's probably speaking like some kind of tongue, some random language.
You're just like,
Druidic.
Yeah, his voice changes to it's like a baby. Yeah. And then I'll stand up and like brush it off and say, all right. Mossy here says that there's been some large spiders.
Oh dear.
Effective
Spiders.
eradication.
So it's a spider cave?
It's a cave, and we've ran into a spider in another cave, so it kind of checks.
Indeed.
So, besides all the other stuff that's probably down there, like recently, within the past day, there's been arachna activity.
I mean,
So
realistically, don't most caves have spiders in them?
Yeah, well, these ones are like Mossy did say that they were large, like
Ah,
they trampled on. It wasn't like the little guys.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yes, so
It isn't a Ragnar.
where we found your son, there was a large spider that was bigger than any of us.
Yeah, makes sense.
all right. Well,
Enormous.
should we go in?
I think.
Yes. Okay.
The
Wait,
person.
real quick.
Well, bro. Someone who can see should go in.
Well,
Joe,
I can lead the way with light. If we
well, that'll
wish.
give our position away.
Well, that's that. I mean, I just want to.
I can
I
see in the
preface.
dark. Sky can see in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me go first. Put your hand on my shoulder and tell me where to go.
Real quick, Joe. With being a goblin of this area, do I know this spider guy by lore? Like, do I have an idea of maybe how he's gonna set up this base if we're going in there? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I
has he
think
been
that.
around enough that I would know, or?
Sure. We can roll a history check if you recall.
That is a 5.
You recall hearing rumors in the camp about this black spider and how he has a cohort of giant spiders.
All right, yeah, spider thing checks out.
Well, Gundren, do you want to, I don't know, wait out here? Or
Nah, this guy looks like he's in fighting condition. You ready to battle, dude? He's gone mute.
Yes, of course, yes. I mean, especially if it comes to saving brothers.
Oh,
Oh, did we
Okay.
leave Sally behind?
Yes.
Did he not come with us?
Seldar is at our compound. Yes.
Oh, I thought him and Gary were best buds, and he'd come with us to help.
Well,
Gundren.
it's Gundren, but regardless, I mean, yes, you specifically appointed him to upkeep your compound, so
Yes.
Yeah,
he was only assisting me with bringing supplies to the journey, and now he takes up status, the Lords of the Alliance member here in Finland, so he has lots of responsibility. I think
Yeah.
he figured we could take it.
I mean, judging by what Sky's done with his animal, bird people aren't going to be helpful anyway. So good thing he stayed back, especially in a cave.
Urs has done quite a bit, I will say.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm talking good things about him. I'm saying it's a good thing you didn't bring the bird, and the other guy didn't bring a bird.
Well, we're going
Well,
underground. The bird wouldn't make sense.
to be
And I
fair,
don't know if there's water.
it's more bird.
What?
It's like a lion and a bird. It's got massive talons.
It's
and
got wings
claws.
though, right?
Yeah, it's like half
Bird.
and half. Bird on top, lion in the back.
It's a bird of prey, a predator.
So we're all saying the same thing. All right, let's go.
Well, it's a griffin,
Right.
so
somebody put your
It's not
hand
a
on my
bird.
shoulder and guide me through this cave.
I'll
No,
reach
not
up and
my
put a
bird.
hand right on a butt cheek.
Oh,
If
Yeah,
I
I'll make
squeeze
it.
right, go right.
I will.
Sky will stay in the back. Make sure
I
no
will
one falls
walk
behind.
in. I will walk in with a hand on Ragnar's shoulder, and
Hey.
sort of,
Just shove
push,
me out of the way.
pull, just sort of, guide him left or right. As we start to enter, I want to look and see if I can tell anything about what's in here with my.
Sure.
I think it's 60 feet of dark vision that I have.
Yeah, I would think
Yep,
so.
60 feet. Yep.
What is y'all's, I guess, marching order?
me?
Ragnar up front.
Ragnar's in the front. I'm just kind of immediately behind him. A little bit off, maybe offset a little bit to the left if it's wide enough. For
I guess I'll be right
people to
behind
watch.
them then. That way I can be close or far if I need to. And then since Sky is far and Barry is far, you can probably have Sky
Yeah,
at the back
yeah.
because he can see.
Yeah. I think
I
Barry
can
can
always
too.
produce flame to.
Right,
if
but
we
that
need a
we're trying to
source.
avoid giving away our position.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm just saying.
Well,
if we
that's
do-
why I want to stay to the back because I think I can't turn my bow off.
Yeah. So I can.
Ragnar's sack, god dang.
I can snuff mine in.
Then
and out.
he's up there. It would be difficult.
I feel like we should have had this conversation in the hours it took to get here.
We'll manage. It will be fair. It will be fun.
All right, where am I going, Trigal?
DM. What do
We're
we see?
going straight.
Alright. Yeah, so y'all make your way into the entrance of the large cavern, past the pillars holding up the entrance. As you make your way about 50 feet into this tunnel. Excuse me, I'll stop there. You see a stretch of about 50 feet opening up to a larger cavern.
Okay. In this tunnel, I look at the ceiling. Are there any large spiders on the ceiling?
No, you do not see any spiders in here.
Okay, we are in a tunnel, Ragnar. It extends about 50 feet ahead. There do not appear to be any obstructions. I cannot see with my eyes any traps, but that
Alright.
does not mean that none are there.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like there's none in front of us. Let's go.
All right, so do you all progress forth?
Yeah.
Yep.
So as we march a
I
little
just
bit, I'm
realized
going
I didn't
to.
have y'all in the map.
Map.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, as we go forward, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
hang on. Do I not have
uh,
let's do. Sorry, hold on a second. Do you all see?
I can't see anything. I'm
Yes.
really blind.
I see everything.
Okay.
I can see everything too, or
I
I
see
can
nothing.
see. I can't. I can see where the shadows permit me to see.
I
Yes.
have
The
I
sight
have a
lines.
black screen.
What?
Cool. All right, yeah. So you see the open entrance to this cavern. So this tunnel that you're in is roughly 10 feet high. You see that not only does it extend to the left and right into this more open cavern, but it also appears to be going up as well. So it seems to be a steeper ceiling within.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I kind of indicate with. I don't know if Chris and Ferg can see the arrow I'm drawing, but
I can't see squat. I can't see the map at all.
okay.
So I have no idea. You just have to push my character.
Okay. Then
So does nobody have a torch? Or you weren't
I
using?
thought we were
wanting
trying to
to
be
use it?
stealthier.
It's up to y'all.
that's the suggestion other people had, is trying to be stealthy.
Well, you don't get a
When
surprise down by
we
clanking
get
on
this far, Joe, with my dark vision, I try to look up towards the ceiling. Any webbing or any of spiders up there or anything that I can tell?
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Investigation. Just a 13.
So you peer within the cavern, looking across the ceiling, is what you were looking?
Yes.
So you do see patches of webbing here and there, getting more dense on either side, the east and west side of the cavern.
Okay. I kind of gently hold Ragnar's shoulder back, and I lean forward and I whisper to him that there are um, patches of spider web up on the ceiling in there. Some of them are a little denser to the right and the left, or the east and the west. Um, it could be that this is that there are spiders laying in wait for us.
All right, guys, hold on. I'm gonna do something real quick. See if the coast is clear, and I'm just gonna sneak up to like look around the corner and see if I can see any bad guys.
I'll cast guidance on you as you look.
Will that break pass?
And you're looking, sorry,
The
where in
trace.
particular?
I'm looking
Mm.
first the corridor to the left.
It's not
Oh,
concentration.
it would trace. You're right. Shoot, never mind.
Guidance is okay.
No, I'm really relying on pass without trace here if I need to.
Yeah, we'll keep it up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
So
look
we're
down the left
casting
corridor.
passive illusion.
Yes, we all have Pass Without a Trace right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna look down the
Um,
left-hand
mhm.
corridor, up at the ceiling, all around, see if I
Okay.
see any signs of bad guys and such.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a investigation.
That is a 17.
So you see that in this area, let me bring it over. You see an immense amount of webbing, this general area, going through the corridor and back towards the west end of, well, I would say northwest end of this cavern.
Like within the gray square area?
Yeah.
Oh.
And within that, you see several camping supplies. Whoop, excuse me, camping supplies scattered about. You see 3 bedrolls, a heap of ordinary supplies, sacks of flour, bags of salt, and casks of salted meat, lanterns, flasks, lamp oil, pickaxes, shovels, and other gear. There's a lot. And there is a body of sorts. And you can make out what these items are from that distance. You also, peering up at the ceiling on either side in the northwest uh, corridor here in the southeast, you do see on the ceiling uh, currently, if I can just pull them out, 4 giant spiders on the ceiling.
Oof.
Just currently like hanging. I imagine they're just hanging by a web, like kind of sleeping. They're all, the legs are, I don't know if spiders sleep, but the legs are all wrapped around them, just kind of sitting there. A couple of them are fidgeting a little bit with their mandibles, something on the rocks, but you do see 4 giant spiders.
All right. I'm going to carefully make my way back to the group and say, all right. So we've got a bunch of dead, there's at least one dead guy with a bunch of supplies up to the west, and 2 giant spiders, as well as 2 more giant spiders to the east. So if we want to get them by surprise, we keep the lights off. But if we want Ragnar to be able to see and do a lot of damage to him, we got to turn some lights on.
Well, this black spider appears to be living up to his name.
Thanks.
Well, what are we doing?
What say you, gentlemen?
Well, first thing I need to do is hold on. This is okay. Sorry, performance anxiety.
If I know anything about spider webs, they are quite flammable.
All right, now I'm ready for a fight. And I'm gonna switch to my hybrid form.
Oh yeah, we could throw some fire in their webs if somebody can do that. I can't.
Also, with these new boots, I'm pretty sure I could jump. How high up were they, Joe?
Roughly 20 feet.
Oh yeah, I could definitely jump up there and attack one of them directly. If we just want to go in hot.
So
I'm just worried about what might be passed. And I feel like I've kind of jumped the gun here on
Barry,
my transformation. If we're
do
not.
you have any... Barry, do you have the ability to fling fire from range with your magic?
Yeah. I could, we could also like try to sneak past.
Yeah, but if we end up fighting something that's loud and it wakes these guys up, I don't want to have to deal with them flanking us at the
He
same
brings a
time
valid
we're
point.
fighting something else.
I agree with Ragnar. I would
Alright.
prefer to take out the enemies we know about first, and then deal with any enemies that may come later. Do not leave these enemies alive behind us.
Joe, was that thickness of webbing only to the left, or is there also some to the right?
Just to the left.
All right, so it looks like our movement might be restricted. There's a lot of thick webbing off to the west. Our best bet is to attack the 2 to the right first, take them down as quick as possible, and then if the others come over, at least we're in a better spot.
Are the spiders in their webbing?
They're hanging from the ceiling, all menacing like.
I believe that spider webbing is flammable.
Mhm.
So if they are
Right.
in their own webs, we could burn them perhaps in their webs.
So do we want a coordinated strike? We'll have Barry light them up on the left, and then we'll attack the ones on the right. And hopefully we kill them in time for the other ones to come at us damaged.
Ragnar, what do you think about that strategy?
That sounds like sounds like a good strategy to me.
Words.
Okay.
All right,
Hmm.
everyone, get into position then. I guess.
All right, I will stand here until I can see.
All right, Ragnar, just take like 2 steps forward.
Okay, I think that was 2 steps forward.
That was 1, and you also went right. So go left 1
I
and then
can't
other way.
that way, right
Okay,
there.
1 more to your left.
Uh,
Actually, no, you're good. You're good where you are. That's fine.
okay, good, because I can no longer click myself.
Oh yeah.
I would say for you three that did step up, go ahead and roll a stealth check with +10.
Good
Okay.
thing.
Good thing we have that. Woohoo.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh boy. Well, that's a 14.
27.
But is it still a
No,
nat
that's
1?
with advantage. Oh no! Oh
No,
no!
I have disadvantage because I'm wearing
Pass.
chainmail.
Clump,
True.
clump, clump, clump.
I would say you have like you are making sounds.
I bet so.
Slightly, but you're able to kind of catch yourself, like hold the chain link that are particularly more noisy as you kind of scoot forward. The others you are fine. And well, actually, you all are fine. So, excuse me, because I mean it is a natural 1, but I'll let the stealth check still pass.
All right. Oh crap! Can Barry not see?
No. But if Sky moves with me, I
If
should be
if
able
Barry
to.
stays within my
Yeah.
15 feet, he'll be able to see in
Sky,
15 feet.
aim him at the webbing to the left while we go get these guys on the right. No,
Okay.
it hears us. I'm going for it. 5, 10, and I'm gonna jump up into the air and attack.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's open up the turn order here.
And with the boots of striding and such, I have 30 feet of jump if I sacrifice 10 feet. So I'm definitely getting this guy.
Okay, so go ahead. I'll roll initiative by clicking your token, of course.
All right.
Come on, big money.
And we're gonna have a surprise run
Yeah.
for y'all.
That's why we do it, folks.
Nice.
Let's switch over to combat musica. Brought to you by Monument Studios Fantasy
Monument
Plus.
Studios.
Epic music for your
Bum,
epic
bum, bum,
campaigns or
bum,
games.
bum, 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 bum.
I think it's good, Ferg, that you rolled a 21. That's great. That's definitely going to help us.
Yes.
Oh, do you roll
So-
Gundren as well, Joe?
Oh no, I forgot this guy.
You can still swap with me, right?
Well, yes, but I'd rather you get that. I guess, do we all get a surprise round or just us up front, Joe?
I'd say it makes sense that you all are part
Okay.
of it.
All right, then yeah.
I would say if anything, because that's a good point. If anything, if the others want to roll a stealth save, see if
Okay.
you're part of it. Otherwise, you will not be.
All right, so if you get a surprise round, keep. Then I'll take it. If you don't get one,
Good
then you
rolls.
keep it.
27.
That's a 33.
Yeah.
I forgot about Pass Without a Trace. It's a fun spell.
Are we rolling stealth again?
No,
Ninja
you're good.
Turtle.
You already did
Oh.
it.
No, just those 2 guys in the back are.
Oh.
All right, then yeah, Barry, if you're cool with it, Joe, if you could give Barry 12 and me 21.
21.
Yep, you beat me to it.
Inverse.
All right. So that way, hopefully, we get our surprise round. and then I can immediately attack this guy some more.
Also, do we not have an advantage disadvantage?
Yeah, I
on
believe Barry
Twitch right
has
now?
it.
No, on Twitch.
Oh yes, there is one. Unless
Instead
they
of
used it.
realize-
Did you guys
No,
use
I
it in
think I still have it.
Masterminds?
I think we did. I don't
Oh.
remember.
I think Ragnar
No,
had it
I still have it.
Oh, okay.
because
No, I meant is the
No,
campaign
he's checking out
running
a new
on
one.
the
Hold
Twitch?
on, I'm checking.
Oh,
I thought it when does it reset?
It resets every 30
session.
days, but I need to make
Oh.
a new one every time it's completed. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was used, so I'll make a new one.
Who has the boon? I think Barry still has the popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yes.
But
Where
Ragnar
is
should
Barry?
have the advantage for Twitch.
Oh, it's pass. I just removed all y'all's icons, but pass
Pass without trace.
without trace. Damn it. Is still, I guess, on. If you guys want to keep it.
I
Right?
mean,
'Cause you're concentrating.
yeah, I'll keep it for now.
Okay.
It's fine.
So if y'all can just add your little footprints back, that would be great.
Yep.
Alright,
Word.
so Nif, you are doing the first attack, and it worked out being that you swapped, so go ahead and roll.
nice.
All right. Just roll to attack.
Easer.
All right. So I am in my hybrid form, so I'm going to use my predatory strike. Oh, wonderful. And then
Natural
one
one.
more. Oh, look, 2 in a row.
Oh, 2 natural ones, bro.
Wow.
God.
That's
Ooh.
3. in
You're
a
not
row.
Don't
used
play
to
the
those
ladder.
boots yet.
Holy crap.
I did jump into the air, so if you wanted me to take falling,
Yeah,
I'd get that.
I was gonna do that.
Or did he
If anything.
get stuck in the webbing?
Yeah,
I just trip on a
I was
rock.
also gonna just roll for the webbing if you want to do we'll say a strength save. Otherwise, you'll take bludgeoning.
All right, that's
Oh
about
my
as
Alright.
close to one as
goodness.
possible.
You get him out of the way.
So
Oh
you
my
like
God.
Nif runs towards this giant spider, leaps off the ground to go slash at him, and happens to grasp onto webs at the same time with each hand, and is just stuck like in a pull-up position, just flailing in front of the spider.
Mary
What
the
happened?
fire.
Did he get a good hit? Did he hit the spider
Did you
good?
do the thing I can't see, bro?
There's got to be a web icon. We'll just say restrained.
No.
Alright, restrained looks like chains. Oh, here's a web. Alright. So unfortunately Nif was not very successful there, but at least he didn't take damage, I guess.
Yeah. Great.
On to Sky.
All right. I'm going to move up into position behind Barry, and I'm
hold
gonna
on.
take.
So in my hybrid transformation, I have feral might, which means I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Oh. I get 1. Please.
There we go.
Yeah!
Nice.
There we
Dirty
go.
Not-
20.
There you go.
As you flail about, you
Oh.
drop to the ground. And I would say that was all I was looking for, is if you saved. So.
Thank you. All right, apologies. I was like, oh wait, Blood Hunter.
All right, Sky.
All right. I'm gonna pull back the bowstring as I do. Moonlit arrow forms, knocked into place, and I'm going to loose an arrow at the other one on the right hand side over here. Beforehand, I want to like tap Barry on the side and be like, Barry, follow this arrow, as I loose it at the
Does
one.
arrow give off light?
They are moonlit arrows, so I assume a little bit. That is a 10 to hit.
The good news is, even if you miss, if it sticks on the ground, it's still lit.
You're
right?
attacking which one? Or where?
The second one on the right-hand side.
Okay. So, but you were asking a question specifically about how the arrow works.
Well, no, it says they're moonlit arrows, so I would assume they produce just a little bit of light.
Kind of glow.
Yeah.
Sure.
But we also said, I think before that, once it hits, it doesn't stay around. It's like it hits and then it dissipates.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess however we want to flavor it, really. That what I was talking about earlier is just that it didn't seem to have like a physical impact to the wall. It was just sitting in the wall, like imagine like a light arrow, a moonlight arrow.
I see. Okay.
So you were unable to hit the spider as it hears all the noise happening to its left. It's scattering, retracting up to the ceiling, and the arrow flies just south of him, or below him, that is, into the wall behind.
Well, don't like that. We're stirring the nest. I'm
Oh
then
God, did
going
anyone
to
look for
have
eggs?
Ursa come and try and protect in front next to Barry to hold anything off. And that will end my turn.
All right. On to Ragnar.
I just want to see Ragnar escape. Pitch black.
He's gonna run into the direction that he saw the arrow go. and
Just
I can't
forgetting the
see
plan.
anything.
Abort.
The plan was
the plan.
follow the arrow.
Yeah,
Oh, was
the
it?
plan was to attack the two on the right while the other one's burned.
All right.
I
So
can't see anything. Do I hear it trying to run away? Is that-
mm,
If you keep
go ahead and
following the
roll a
trail.
perception based on sound.
okay.
Speaking of perception, what is
19. Wow.
you aren't able to discern the movements. You still see the arrow. It seems to light up something. Just
didn't-
dimly on the ceiling, you see movement, but you're not
the
sure if it's a
ceiling.
spider.
I can't reach that, can I? They're just 20 feet up.
20 feet up, yeah.
Yes.
Well, hold on. How long are the war pigs?
A 5-foot range.
It's a 5 foot, and how tall are you? Like 6?
5'10".
All right. So you can reach
15,
10,
16
10.
feet up.
So if you just do a vertical jump, you can probably swing because you have your strength plus your +3.
How high can I jump with the strength of 18 plus 4?
7 feet.
That
Because it's
is
the
a
plus
crazy
4 plus
vertical.
3. So if you just jump up and swing, I think you can do it. I don't know if you get 2 attacks
Yeah,
up
it's
in the air.
D&D. Everybody's jump. A peasant's jump puts Michael Jordan to shame.
Yeah, that's a crazy vertical. I mean, yeah, if I can, I'll jump up and try to attack it with both my action and bonus action if I can. I don't know if just jumping require a bonus action.
Nah, it's part of your movement.
Yeah, it would be part of your movement.
High jump. When you make a high jump, leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus strength modifier. If you move at least 10 feet before the jump. So you did do that.
Yeah.
When you make a standing high jump, you can jump only half that distance.
Yeah, so he's not doing a high jump. He's doing it, well, unless you want to run over to a random area. I guess that you see him and do the high jump. It's essentially the same difference for the most part, but the long jump you get a better.
I have this here. You can extend your arms half your height above yourself during the jump. Thus, you can reach above you a distance equal to the height of the jump plus 1.5 times your height. So if you're jumping 7 feet into the air and you're 5'10", So
But that's also
It's
if I'm
almost
doing
6.
the running.
So
But I
7
would have.
and 9.
But I
You
would have
reach
stopped
18 feet.
before to here
Or-
if I
Just
would have
roll
stopped
with
before to here.
disadvantage.
all right.
16 feet up.
I mean,
That's the
in the end, it's
easiest.
a Joe
That's
thing.
the simplest.
I can send this link if you want, Joe, since apparently jumping is going to be a thing now, especially me and my boots. There's a link in the.
Yeah, the compendium. That was what I was mentioning with the high
Mhm.
jump boots, but I
Okay.
guess he doesn't have those, so it would just
No,
be
he gave them to me, but he's got tons of strength.
yeah. Like if anything, the vertical would be a high jump. The long jump is used for horizontal, right? So, so you're saying that the distance for which you have left plus your strength modifier, you can't reach 20 feet, even with half your height in addition. Ragnar,
I don't know.
I don't know how tall are you.
I'm 5'10".
So you would get an extra 2 feet. So, I mean, you can. How much distance did you run? You have 35 speed?
I have 30, and I move 10, 15 feet.
15. So you have 15 feet to jump plus your strength modifier. If you're going to stop below it.
So I've
Excuse me. So you would have an additional what? 5, 10, 15. So you wouldn't be able to jump to get it.
okay.
You chuck a
I'm gonna
woodpecker.
attempt anyway because I can't see anything. So
Yeah.
I'll just try to swing and hit nothing, and that's it for my
All right.
turn.
Okay. All right. Well, on to Barry.
The crunchy
Uh,
jumping.
I'm going to blast. I'm gonna light my. You see, Barry says, "Flame on," and his a small flame lights up in his hand, and then I'm gonna hurl it towards the webbing, where Sky told me to throw it.
Okay. So go ahead. I would say roll in. So I want to do if you can.
That's a straight attack. But I
Yeah.
can do.
I would say with. It would be disadvantage because you can't see, but now regular, with Sky directing you where to throw it. So that should hit. Yep. And this now ignites into flames for 1 round. We'll change it to that color. As you see,
Only
all
one
the
round.
spider webs, like where the flame hits, it just starts shooting around like lightning across the what is that? Whatever,
Don't
the
think-
square for which you see the webbing.
The spider webbing.
Yeah.
Foot even square among the ceiling.
Started with
These are very angular
Yeah,
spiders.
Yeah, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Don't think light's an issue.
Gindrin, he is a dwarf, so let me control.
Yeah, is that area on fire? So like you can see now.
Just
Oh,
bonfire.
that's a valid point. I can give this light, right? I think.
That
How do you
entire
make a
area.
shape?
You should still be able to add it to the properties.
Can you like right click on it?
Yeah, but there's like a thing
but
that
that
you can
aura,
you convert the
yeah.
the shape into something
Yeah.
to then be able to do it, but I never could figure that out. Whatever, we'll just drop a light.
Drop a torch in the middle of it. Yeah.
This light is dynamic lighting, bright light. Yeah. Can y'all see now?
No.
Really?
Ragnar still
Oh, maybe because I have it in the rock. How about now?
No.
Yeah.
Ragnar, you have to open your eyes first.
Oh, they're open. The light is behind a column.
Oh, that's why.
Maybe it's because I'm on the
Yeah, but there should be
token layer. That's
like
probably why.
bleeding light through the
Could
side.
you make another
How about
one
now?
and put it over
yeah, but
here?
I'm saying roll 20 isn't
Yeah,
going to allow
if
it
you-
because it's behind the column.
Yeah,
This
if you
is-
put
that's
another
dumb.
light source
It's the
like
mask.
here.
This is literally
Then-
what I'm looking at.
Put one in
Ragnar.
each square.
Can you see now?
It's just in black.
Yeah.
You can see now?
I can
Yeah.
see me now.
Okay.
but I can't see anything else.
Okay.
So we'll just put a couple lights down.
Wow, honestly, you can actually see quite a bit. That's surprising.
That's a
I
lot more than I
expected
thought.
full
yeah.
black.
Yeah. I was-
It was full back.
Oh, I'm sure it was. I mean, I think that's exactly what that would look like to you.
All right. So with that being said, Gundren's turn. He's going to move up 5. Uh-oh.
Oh, Gundren. Enlarge, reduce much.
Easy, buddy.
Wait,
Let's get him
He's
here.
been a
He's-
Dwergar this whole time.
Alright, so he is going to pull out a crossbow. Oh, does that send that whole message to y'all?
No.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Because
I didn't.
I've
see
for
it.
the first time I've dragged an item from the compendium to a stat block before. Usually I manually type it out because I'm stupid, but yeah, it has like a massive description for some reason for a heavy crossbow. So he locks up a bolt, shoots it towards the spider that Nif was attacking. Unfortunately, misses as it pierces into a stalagmite. No,
So that's on the
stalactite.
ground.
I don't remember.
Oh
Stalactite.
my god. Stalagmite, G for
Hey, like I
ground.
said, it's a great rhyme, but
Stalactite, C for ceiling.
G for ground, C for ceiling.
Yep. Should
Alright,
I play
that's
the
his
more
turn.
you know?
Trugal, you're up. Yeah, right.
All right. Well, since it's closer and I can reach it, I am going to go after the same spider that Nif was trying to attack.
Is that one down or is it still up on the ceiling?
Is it still up on the ceiling? Because
They
I
have
was
not
looking-
moved yet, so yes, they are all 4 are still on the ceiling.
well,
Use
okay.
a sick wall run. You're a monk.
No, I'm going to use my short bow, which I seldom do. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to fire a short bow at.
I will say Garrett makes a valid point. I mean, you are a monk. I'm happy to let you roll a dex, or excuse me, an acrobatics to essentially bounce between the wall and the pillar. Parkour up to the
Parkour my
spider.
way up there.
I think
Okay,
it's
yeah, I'll
reasonable.
try it.
Super
I'll
Mario,
try
jump
it.
between walls.
Yeah, I'll try parkouring my way up there with an acrobatics, and see if I can get to the spider. That's more fun.
Alright. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics. Alright.
Be 14 or 14.
It was
You
so close.
successfully
To that 19.
bounce between the pillar up onto a stalagmite. Yeah, mite. And you jump up and what to the spider?
Okay, I'm gonna spend me some key points. I'm gonna give it a holy flailing. Well, not a holy flailing. I'm a monk, not a. So, first attack. Oh,
Nice.
25.
Nat
so
20. What a beast.
7 plus 3 is 10. I will go ahead and spend a key point, and I will try to spin kick it in the air and punch it again. So 2 more unarmed
Alright.
strikes.
Jeez.
21 with my
Nice.
spin kick for 4 points. And then the other punch is a flailing miss for 4 points. I think I'm high enough level now that I'm mitigating some falling damage. So, is that... Or does that come later?
I mean, you're in full control of your
Oh yeah,
body.
slow fall. Slow fall, yeah. So, I
Nice.
just lightly land back on the ground.
Crouching tiger style.
With a
Yeah.
superhero stance. Fist
Yep.
to the ground. Alright, so I would say with that being successful, I'm gonna roll we'll say dex save. see if it drops him from the ceiling. A 20 does not. It ends up kind of getting like a punching bag, like flailing back with every fist you laid into him whilst in the air. It flings back and grapples on with a couple of its legs to stay on the ceiling and swings back to its position. Now kind of facing you all with its legs and mandibles twitching. But yeah, you did some decent damage there. But...
You're lucky I
and
weakened him first.
That's the end of my turn.
All right, so we're gonna pause there. Now we're out of the surprise round. So let's say we come back at 9:25, get a 14-minute break or so for a bio break, grab some drinks, go to the bathroom, whatever. But we'll see you in roughly 13 minutes. welcome back everybody to the Adventures on Tap Twitch stream. We're playing Phandelver and Below. We are now in the latter half of our session for our weekly Wednesday game here. But before we dive back in, first of all, welcome if you're now joining. We do have the sessions archived as we are on session 25-6 at this point. So if you wanted to catch up, you can check it out on our YouTube. But in general, friendly reminder, in case you weren't aware, we are a Central Florida charity-focused organization that does pop-up TTRPG events within breweries. So we raise money for charity, specifically local chapters here around the Central Florida area, and we don't shy away from that. Now that we're on Twitch, you can still donate if you have not already. It's a great organization that gamifies recovery for children in children's hospitals, and it's near and dear to a lot of us here, including some of our players here as well. So please consider donating. It's for a great cause. Before we dive into back into our game, I just wanted to cover that in general, being that we are a charity-focused organization, all of our events, whether that be our one-shot events, mini campaigns, mini paint and sips, which you can also find at our links there below, and when they're happening, is that a majority of that goes to charities, so not a lot left over for us to grow physically or virtually. So we have launched a Patreon this year that so far has been so good. It's definitely it helps us out in general, like I said, to grow. Um, but in general, like if you're within the Central Florida area, there's a lot of great rewards. You can still benefit if you're not around just to support us, but there are perks that will um, you know be beneficial to you as well. So consider checking that out. We have the link there below at patreon.com. Well, excuse me, in the link tree, but patreon.com/adventures on tap. Um, and yeah, go ahead and check out what we offer for tiers. But in general, it's going to be discounts on our ticket sales. You have a quarterly uh, anniversary reward that we give you for keeping on for that time frame, and you get some cool physical stuff as well. Just for participating, there is a free variant as well. We're constantly pushing out some, in my opinion, some really cool content, unique content that I haven't personally seen elsewhere. It's just articles of how to like run one shots or some lore behind our imaginary Crusaders Guild is what we're dubbing our Patreon. But a lot of different articles there and a lot of cool events. Like back in March, we did a March Madness pitting against 2024 monsters that are, or excuse me, that are new exclusively to the 2024 rule set. And then we played that at our event. So
Yeah, we just
consider
played it
minimally just following for free.
past Sunday. We had 4 tables all fighting a primeval owl bear.
Yeah, and there were some. Check out our Instagram because we have some pretty sick images of how some of our DMs had painted them.
Nice.
But I believe that's it. But friendly reminder, there are channel points that you can donate as well, just for watching to interact with our game. But to summarize, what we've covered in the first half of the game is, in general, we have left the Cragmaw Castle and the secret Melarue Sanctum, made our way back to Phandelver to stay the night at our compound, and we made plans to make our way to the Wave Echo Cave, for which the adventurers have now since entered said Wave Echo Cave, and at the entrance, we're waiting for giant spiders, and now we are in the midst of that combat. So there was a surprise round, and we are now hopping into our first round, official round of combat with Nif up first. Nif, what are you doing?
All right. You said he did not fall, right? Or it?
It
so
did not fall. Nope.
I'm going to run 10 feet, 5, 10 underneath it, and then jump up at it again.
Okay. So I'd say go ahead and roll. Yeah, you didn't have to because you had the boots of whatever.
Yeah.
We'll
And
put
so
him in
let's
the
try
back.
and hit again. We have a 13 and a 21.
All right, so you go to swipe at the spider, the giant spider hanging from the ceiling. You're able to almost grasp and slash at its abdomen, but miss. But coming through with another slash at the same time, you're able to stab right into him. Roll for damage for that second attack of 21.
All right. Let me see something. Yeah, so that's a bonus action. That's fine. All right. And then the yeah, I'll save that then. All right, yeah, I'll just do damage. Apologies. I was looking to see what modifiers I could throw on there. 2 dice, but ignore those. That's 6 damage.
Okay. So you're able to slice into, or his, is that slashing damage? But your claws
The claws,
peel
yeah. So
into its abdomen, make a large gash into the spider as you hear it screech an unfamiliar sound coming from such a large spider. Its mandibles flailing about, its legs spinning in the air as it tries to capture its balance back onto the ceiling to then focus its attention on you.
question: can I, in that strike, attempt to grab on as I'm clawing him, so I stay up with him, or is that too much?
Sure. Why not? Go
Okay.
ahead and we'll do a strength.
Could it be athletics?
Sure.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's a 9.
So you, as you gash into him, you're able to grip on just enough to hold up yourself.
Oh, okay.
As it's swinging about, you're holding on with just one hand.
Don't worry, guys, I
You're able to
got
hold
him.
on.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Get him, Niff.
Get him, boy. All right, so
Rub its belly.
Make it fall asleep.
Is that in
Animal
your turn,
handling
presumably?
is, I don't know. Can I rub his belly? Or have I already done too much?
I would say no. You got one free action, I guess.
All right, that's fine. My animal handling is not good anyway.
We're living in Ephraim, in spirit of Ephraim while he's not here. All right, so on to this giant spider in the back here. Let's see, how far can they go? Okay. You see it squeeze through the corner. You see the fires light up a shadow of this giant spider as it makes its way around the fired webs, flaming webs, fired webs, and it drops down onto the ground. It then, let's see, can't see these. Stands up on its hind legs as, excuse me, as its spinnerets aim at Ragnar and shoots webs at him. Ragnar, go ahead and roll a strength save. I would say you. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just keep it normal.
It is 14.
Okay. So
Still close
you
to
were.
that 20.
You're still just jumping in the air trying to hit something as the web just shoots to the back column behind you and misses. So Sky, you are up.
All right. I don't like that position. I'm going to take my shot at. No, I need to give. Oh, but
Don't
Barry.
throw away that
Well,
shot.
Barry has light now from that. I'm gonna run up to Ragnar and Tregal, and hopefully help provide a little bit more light to this area, so that Ragnar's just not hitting the wind. And I'm gonna target the spider that moved away from the fire with the bow. Sorry. As an 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right, that will be 9 points of radiant damage as the arrow burns radiant light. Oh yeah, I don't care about the phasing right now.
If they have okay, yeah, nope. So that just hits. So it was this one right here that just got
The
on
one
ground?
that moved, yeah. And then he the one that was on the ground, or was the
Yeah,
one
he's
that
currently the only one on, or he or she is currently on the ground.
Yes.
Only one on the ground.
Okay, 5, 10. Actually, I'm Ursa is gonna stay with Barry and just move in front of Barry to sort of try and body block any of the if the other spider tries moving towards it, seeing now it lit up by these flames.
Okay.
So it's going to use its action to.
You want to ready an attack?
Is it defend? I always forget that like.
I know that there's dodge.
Dodge.
Then,
that's the one. Yeah.
So you're, excuse me. Okay, you're flavoring it like it's protecting though, like so
Yeah.
just a higher DC.
Like a
or
body
AC
block
or
essentially.
Yeah, works.
Or if you're willing, if something tries to target Barry, could Ursa try and put itself in the way to make it like maybe harder?
Sure, we can ready that as an action.
Okay,
I
then
guess,
yeah. That's Ursa just wants to like plant itself in front so Barry can keep slinging fire if possible.
Yeah, that works.
I'll have my turn.
Okay. On to the spider at the back of the room here. It's gonna I don't know, retract its way up to the ceiling as it crawls towards Ragnar. And staying on the ceiling this time, it's going to shoot a web, and does a 19 hit. Oh, I guess for clarity for those watching, I did that whole roll wrong. It was supposed to be an attack roll, and that was for him to break it if he were to be restrained. But fortunately, I still rolled low and it didn't hit him the last time. But this one, it's a 19, so does that hit? I believe it does. I see that your AC is now 12. Did that change?
I don't know why it changed.
Yeah, it's saying like in the bubble that it's assigned to AC, but your AC is 12 for some reason.
I can't change my AC.
I can.
Oh wait,
maybe
is it
change
because I can't see it? Nope, I can't change it.
What is your AC? I'll change it.
16.
All right, there we go. All right, so now you are restrained by a web. So you can make a strength save. As an action, you can use a strength save to break from the webbing. The webbing can also be destroyed. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Alright.
It's an action to try to break it?
Correct. Alright, so Ragnar, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna rage. And then I'm gonna attempt to break out of it. So I get advantage now. And that is a 15.
A 15 does break you from the webbing.
Alright, and then I'm going to use my movement. And 15, 20, and get in front of this spider. And that's it for my turn.
Okay. So just a reminder that this webbing is about to not be on fire anymore. It's just going to disappear after the end of this round. So the only light source will be the produced flame where Barry casted here. Do you still want to move that way? Just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Okay.
I also have Sky right next to me too. or near me is giving off light.
Okay. So on to the giant spider that's been getting pummeled. It is hanging on, or with Nif hanging onto it, it's going to. We'll do an opposed strength check. Go ahead and roll a strength, and let me know if you beat 17.
All right, because of my feral might, I have advantage on strength checks or
Nice.
saving throws. So I will do 1, and that is
Nice.
an 18. And we'll just do that anyway. So 12, 14.
Well, you got an 18, right?
Yes.
Did I read that? Okay. So you're able to successfully still hang on to him as it was going to try to use its webbing. Instead, it's going to bite at. I would say drop to the ground. No. Yeah, and I would say being that you're able to grapple onto him well enough, you don't take any damage from it slamming down to the ground. It's gonna make its way over to Turgal and take a bite because it can't reach its back quarters to bite Nif. I would say reasonably. So does a 8 hit? No, it does not. So it goes and goes and lunges at you, Turgal, as you dodge out of the way, coming from your hero stance, and bouncing up in the air quick enough to where you are able to dodge out of the way. Barry, you are up. I'll just mark the ones, we'll put orange, I guess, markers for the ones that are currently on the ground.
Oh,
Are they Aragtites now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fergie muted. There you go.
All right. Where are the markers on the
They're on the ground.
ground?
Yeah, the orange markers on the giant spiders signify that they're on the ground as opposed to on the ceiling.
I don't see it.
Oh, well, you. Hold on, let me
Okay,
preview
so
your
it's-
token.
It's the
You
one
probably
next to
can't see it.
Ragnar and the one I'm on.
And this one are on the ground.
Oh, you
This
still
one
can't
here is
see
on
it
the
all.
ceiling, and this one is on the ceiling.
Okay.
Can you not see it all, Barry? Because when I preview your token, you can't. But
No, I
know
can
put
see.
light down. Okay.
All right, I see that, guys. I'm just moving. Sorry, I'm just moving around to see it. I see that one, and then this is the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Whatever. Okay. So I will. Is there webbing up over here? Obviously, that is undisturbed.
There's no webbing that you see on the ground, just purely ceiling. And then the other one is still on fire, but it looks like it's about to be
Fizzle.
completely fizzled out. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Other
well,
than your produce flame, it'll remain.
Okay. I guess I will. I mean, I'm just gonna do good old. Oh, I don't know. It's another second level spell slot. I'll do it for the time being. Yeah, we'll just do it. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam. As a silvery burst of energy fault comes through the ceiling, and I will target this one up here to the left, since that's the one I can see most clearly.
Okay.
And it
The
needs
Electrum paid off.
The Electrum paid off. It needs to
What
make
is
a
that
con
again?
save.
5 feet, right?
Did that go into the chat?
Yeah, it
No,
always
the
like
image did.
says like the general thing, but not the
We have
description.
every information about it. Oh, it says cylinder 5.
Cylinder 5 feet.
Cylinder 5.
It basically is 1 square
There we go.
from ceiling
I'll
to.
do this.
Technically,
Yeah.
it's a 5-foot radius, so it's a 10-foot diameter.
Yeah.
Is it 5 foot radius?
5-foot radius. That's the way it's written,
Oh, yes. Okay.
unless
Yeah.
they've
Radius,
changed
yeah.
it in 2024.
Oh yeah.
So they're making a what?
DC
con-
14 con save.
So it is an 11, so they did not pass.
All right, so we'll go with that first one, and it'll take 14 radiant damage as
Boy.
the light of
Oh, I just put the
Sehanine.
thing on the wrong layer.
Yeah, it just blocked that entire section out for
I
us.
was like,
it looked kind of
what's
cool,
going on
so I
there?
was gonna go
Just
with
creates a pillar that we can't see past. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. How much radiant damage? I got distracted there with it being on the wrong layer.
14.
So the pillar of moonlight shoots from the ceiling of the cave down to the ground as it burns into this giant spider, and you hear it screeching as it falls to the ground, flailing about, but angrily, like chomping and trying to get out of the way, and moving towards you.
All right. I suppose for my movement, I'll back up a little bit around this corner. And Pass Without Trace is going to be gone since my concentration is now on the moonbeam.
Oh, I assumed as soon as we attacked, it was gone.
Technically, it stays up. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's because he was concentrating.
Yeah, so I'm going to come duck behind this corner, and that's it.
All right.
Children, save me.
Hey, bro. That
Moves
spider
on
was
to
on
the
the
giant
piss.
spider. As it's going to make its way onto the wall and start hastily making its way. Hold on, this is 5. Okay. It's so hard to do large target. 5, 10, 15. And it can on the wall. It's going to make its way towards Barry. When Ursa jumps in the way, makes an attack
Is it affected by the fire it went through, or because it's on the wall?
on the wall.
Yeah, that's all.
I didn't know if the webs were up and down and all over, you know?
Crosshatch throughout.
Sorry, I don't know if you caught that, but you were rolling an attack for Ursa.
Oh, apologies.
Catch its attention.
That is an 11 to hit.
I guess let me clarify, because you did say to jump in the way if it was attacking Barry. So how are we gonna do this?
Well,
anything we can go.
The 11, we won't do damage. I'm basically like, could I just like use the bear to like push it? We could do that. Like
Yeah.
almost.
Excuse me. Yeah. Instead, I would say we can do.
Because that would still be
shoulder check it.
Which would be still the 11. So.
Yeah, to catch its attention, I guess we'll do that.
Correct.
Or you can. I was thinking, like it makes its way over to Barry, it goes to attack, and instead it goes by your AC, and if it hits, it'll take Ursa's damage as Ursa jumps in the way of it, starts
or just
roaring.
like impose disadvantage on his attack too.
Sure. Like with the shove, sure. Go ahead and roll. We'll say a strength, opposing strength. I'll do my roll. So that is a 10. You got a 13. It has a disadvantage
All right, perfect. That works.
as it makes its way past Ursa, screeching at it as it continues clittering about the ground to attack Barry.
I'm
You like
sorry.
that?
What is it doing across the ground?
Clittering and clatting. Clitter clatter. Get your minds out
And
of
obviously
there.
that can be summed up by clittering, obviously.
Clitter. Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna roll with a
I
disadvantage.
saw how
A 10
Garrett
does not
reacted.
hit.
It got me.
Alright, on to Gundren. Here, let me see. Yeah, on to Gundren. As he quickly turns about to see that there's a giant spider in the midst, trying to take a snap at his buddy Barry. He's going to pull out his short sword instead and take a whack at him for 17 to hit.
So just to be clear, he's pulling out his short sword to take a whack at the clittering spider.
Yep,
Yeah.
glittering
All right,
spider.
just want to make sure.
Yeah. So hard to find it.
Alright. Jeez.
It's just so dark in there.
Anyways, he successfully hits for 4 piercing damage.
We're adults.
What is this?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Alright, that is Gundren's turn. Trigal, you are up.
All right. Here, spider, here, spider. Oh, you came right to me.
Get the other one.
And,
I've got this one.
well, I'm just gonna try to finish this one off, if I can. Focus fire. And I will just do roundhouse kick for an unarmed strike, which will miss. And I will spend another key point and come back with a left-right punch combination. 12, that probably misses.
It does.
And a 9. Oh man.
Not too hot there.
Yeah, it forms a nice cooling breeze.
Thanks, I needed that.
As I kick, as I punch, and then I sort of look at the spider, and I do that Jackie Chan thing where I look at my fists like, "What are you doing?" And then I just sort of back off and get in the defensive stance, flavor-wise.
Okay.
But that's my turn.
Sorry about that.
No, hey,
It's
you
a
know,
bummer.
dice sometimes are kind, sometimes they aren't.
Alright, Niff, you're up.
All right. Can I athletically pull myself up onto the
Athletically
back of
pull.
him and then run up to the head?
Sure.
Do you want me to roll or just do?
Roll.
Okay.
Because right now it's like flailing
you
about,
just said
dodging
sure,
out
so.
of the way, so.
Yeah, so that's an 18.
You do not. No, I'm just kidding. That's
What?
You get on.
And then I'm just gonna use one of my bonus actions and hit myself with a claw. Activate my Crimson Right. I'm gonna take 1d4 damage. That's a whole 4. Wonderful. And then it then does an extra 4 fire damage when I hit him.
Okay.
So that being said, since that was a bonus action, I have 1 attack, so I will strike at his head with a 16 to hit.
A 16 hits.
Perfect. Giving an addition 3 damage plus the 4, so that's 7 damage, 4 of which being fire damage to its head. Just Die, you abomination! If you're speaking, Joe, we cannot hear you.
Yeah.
I love when that happens. Yeah. So it was previously its attention was on Trigal, snapping at him as it's clittering about the area, slamming its legs into the ground as you get up onto its head and shove your claws into its head as it screams out again. Now trying to fling you off of him. So on its turn, I'm gonna make you do a dex save. With advantage, I would say, because you did a good roll, that you have a good stance on there. You're also like shoving your claws into him.
Yeah, I would realistically, I'd expect him to. If I didn't kill him, I would have tried to grab on like I did previously. So that's fine. I will just adjust my health by that 4, and I don't believe there's anything else I can do. So
Okay, so it's on to giant spider near Ragnar. It's going to take an attempt to bite a dirty 20
Hits.
for 10 piercing and 6 poison. Also, please roll a Constitution save.
oh boy,
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Ignore the 6 unless you don't. Unless you fail this con save.
Ignore the 6 what?
Just go ahead and roll a con save, and I'll let you know what happens.
I'm gonna use my boon and roll with advantage.
Your boon.
My boon. 30-20.
All right, dirty 20. You're good. So
Thank you, Fred.
it bites into your arm as you swing at it with your war pick. As you feel venom being pulsed into you for 3 poison damage. It was halved for failing, or for succeeding, I mean. And then 10 piercing, so that's halved to 5.
Yep.
With the old rage. Okay. So that's its turn. I would say, yeah, that's good. Sky, you're up.
Apologies. Seeing them, I'm going to turn my focus towards the one on the left that pushed past Ursa, and I'm gonna take a shot with the arrow at him. Hello? Did that go? Oh, there
Yeah.
we go.
Yes,
Okay.
it did.
My screen, I like let go and it just froze for a second. 23 to hit for that one.
Yeah, 23 hits, yep.
And that will be 12 points of radiant damage, catching it on the side of its abdomen.
Damn, boy. So sorry, this is which one?
The one between Ursa and Barry.
Okay.
Yep. And then Ursa's going to take a beast strike against that same one.
Okay.
That will be a 9 to hit. I never roll well with my beast strikes. For the life
A
of
9
me.
does not hit.
Dang it.
All right. So you see the moonlight arrow shoot through the cephalothorax of the spider as it lands into the other side of the wall, screeching as it's trying to find the wound for which just instilled this pain in him. It appears to be in agony. Do you want to move, Sky or Ursa?
Ugh. Ursa, no. That one's still on the wall. I think you guys can all see. It's just those two. I'm gonna move up here. Trying to center myself as best I can between everyone. And that'll end my turn.
So, which reminds me, when we were at the top of the round, this was supposed to disappear. But the produce flame here is still intact. Okay, so on to this spider. Spider boy. Okay, so this one skitters across the ceiling, or clitters, whatever we want to go by. It's gonna drop down and take a bite at Trigal as it pairs up with a 24 to hit.
Ouch. Yeah, that
Go
hit.
ahead and roll a con save.
Constitution save. Okay. 18?
18 saves, so you take 10 piercing and 4 poison damage as it bites into you and attempts to inject its venom as you kick it away.
So that's okay. I go, ow! Yes, he looks back over his shoulder. I'll deal with you later.
Now in the midst of 2 spiders, what will Trigal do? Ragnar, you are up.
I am going to recklessly attack this thing twice. First one is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Second attack is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Takes 13, 21, 22, 23 points of piercing damage.
Damn boy. So in the midst of the combat, the spider's legs is stabbing at you. Its mandibles coming at you. You're swinging your war picks there and to and fro without having much sight of what's going on. Getting just a faint glimmer of the fire. You're able to sever off both its pedipalps. I'm looking at referencing an image because ever since Kyle was like, spiders do sleep. I'm like, I need to learn more about spiders. But they're essentially like the shorter arms that are right next to the mandibles as you cut it off, and it's screaming. It's in critical condition as it's bleeding out. Does it was very. All right.
And that is it for my turn.
Okay. On to the spider for which Nif is off top. Nif, give me a dex save.
1 second, I'm referencing my cheat sheet to make sure I'm using anything I have. Strength. Alright, yeah. So just dex. But you said advantage because of my last roll?
Yeah, I would say it was high enough that you're stabilizing yourself, but you're just
Alright,
trying to hold on as it flails you.
1 with an 18 and 2 with 17.
All right. So it's like freaking out as it's trying to flail you off of it, and it runs into the pillar here, taking 4 bludgeoning damage, but not to you. It's just screaming out in pain as you're latched in with your claws, holding on tight as its attention is trying to be drawn to you. It can't seem to make any sort of uh, decision on attacking Trigal. It's just purely focused on getting you off.
Good.
Pause.
You ain't getting me off this clittering jerk.
Clittering, getting off. Barry, you're up. Phrasing.
Oh my gosh! All right, I need to compose myself. I'm going to move the moonbeam
Okay.
and plop it on this fella.
All right. That's a con save, right?
Another con save, correct.
That is a 6.
So it takes 9 points of radiant damage. And as my bonus action, I will I will grasp the staff of defense from Glassstaff.
It's your
And
only
I-
defense against the clittering crazies.
I will imbue it with nature's power and make it my shillelagh. But ignore that attack.
Okay.
It should have just been the spell. Yes. And then am I within range for it to take an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna. I have my reaction still, so I'm just gonna. I'm gonna provoke it. Move over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm gonna try and get a little bit closer to Trigal.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Let me roll. A 15 does not hit you.
No,
You are successful. I feel like with how high your AC is at a low level, like might as well just provoke attack of opportunity at all times.
Yeah, I have, and Barry is very, very defensive. Just pops out of the side and he says, like ducks out of the way and like shows off some like sick ninja moves. Rolls over to, he says, Trigal, I'll help you out in a sec, bro. And then
I'm kind of busy here, but thanks.
And yeah.
Okay. So it's going to. Its turn, and as it sees you escaping its grasp, as it tries to take a bite at you and grab at you with its legs, it then retaliates by standing up and shooting a web at you. A natural 20, 25, so that hits. You are currently restrained. And he is low on this. As it positions itself to start skittering towards you. Or clittering. Gundren, you're up. Or, you're up, Gundren. Yeah. I'm up! He's gonna take a short sword attack. Leave him alone, you bastard. That hits. Does it? Yep. Yeah, 15 hits. And for 6 piercing damage, actually slays the spider. Hell yeah, Gundren.
Yes.
The short
Right.
sword is
Glad we
clearly
took
the
him
only
with
weapon.
us.
So, like, as the spider positions itself towards Barry and goes to run, Gundren goes up with like an upward lunge with his sword and stabs through the spider's head as it just drops to the ground. It's like, you filthy bastard. You die. I find my brothers. I feel like my accents change every time I talk.
You've gone back to traditional dwarf.
Yeah, alright. I somehow went, like, I think last session sounded somewhat like gypsy-like, then
Even previous
kind of
this
Russian-like
session,
here.
you got a
and-
little Russian, yeah.
I don't know why I
Gotta
attempt
make a little key
accents.
for yourself.
I
What accent you
need
use
to
on
have
Google.
like a little warm-up thing before every session of like, I
Voice
don't know,
memos.
accents or something. Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
next session, he's just gonna be like, "Well, god dang, gotta get him out of here."
You golly.
You darn tootin', that spider be dead by my sword. All right, True Hall, you are up.
All right. Trigal is gonna turn around to the one that bit him and say, "All right, you." And he's going to attack with an uppercut first, unarmed strike. 23 for 6,
It's
and
that's
then
this one that Nif's on.
no, the one that
So-
bit him.
The one that bit him.
Yeah, the
Bit
one
who?
from behind, or the one that's
Bit you.
north. Yeah,
Okay.
the one that's north of me on the
Okay.
map.
For 6 bludgeoning.
For 6 bludgeoning, use another key point, and then this will be a second unarmed strike. This will be a roundhouse. That's a miss.
Bum.
And then the third unarmed strike will be a jab. 14.
14 hits.
Right in the solar plexus. Or whatever the spider equivalent is. For
I don't
5
even know what a
damage.
solar plexus is, so what is that?
Sort of like right
Educate me.
below the
Sure.
breastbone.
Cephalothorax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cephalothorax.
it's sort
I
of.
only know that because of my picture reference, but Kyle knows it off the top of his head for sure. He's just like writing notes, cephalothorax.
It's essentially right below your sternal bone.
Yeah.
It's like right in between your belly button and your nipples, right in the middle.
When I was a kid.
Hard to find.
When I was a kid watching Saturday morning wrestling, I always remember that. Oh, we hit him right in the solar plexus.
Mm.
That is the first time I'm hearing that word. You learn a new thing every D&D session.
Yeah.
Thorax or whatever it is.
Rectal thorax. Nice.
Cephalothorax?
Cephalothorax.
No. I think he nailed it with rectal.
No, I know.
It's
Very
the
different
tiny
things.
but you didn't know that spiders poop from their chest area, the cephalothorax. Oh, the rectal
thorax.
That being
Alright.
said,
And
what-
that's
Go
my
on,
what is-
it's your turn.
since you have the
Where's
chart
spider
up,
silk
You're
come
up.
from?
since you have the chart up, Joe, what's it called? The hole that the silk comes out of?
Oh, I mentioned that earlier. It was the spinnerets.
Spinnerets, right?
Ah, I knew
Oh.
that.
Kyle, I can't tell if that was a humble O or.
I have no idea. That's yeah.
I don't even know why. I just assume you know everything about spiders just because you teach science.
He's a science teacher.
Yeah, but
He should
what? I mean, I
know
don't
everything
know like
about science.
what grade
I
that was
helped
taught
in,
in.
I helped with spiders in college for a professor, so I know some, not a lot, but
That's
some.
cool.
All right. So
Alright.
I'm gonna start off by just jabbing him with one of my claws. Make it
Okay.
easy. Right in the head again. With the intent to just go straight through. And why didn't it roll? I clicked it. There
I
we
did
go.
not know this.
It's a 12.
The 12 does not hit.
All right, then I'll just go again.
The 12 does not hit.
Oh, why did it roll twice? That's so weird. All right, I'm just gonna do it again, and yeah, nothing. Okay.
An 8 does not hit.
All right, I'll just sacrifice my movement to keep hanging on, I guess.
Sure.
All right, that's all I got.
All right. That's unfortunate.
The karma hit. I rolled too well.
Highs and the lows.
Alright, so it's going to go to the spider with Ragnar. Let's see. Alright, so it's going to take a bite at you, Ragnar. 13 does not hit, so you're able to smack its head down with your war pick as it's unsuccessful in trying to bite you. Sky, you are up.
All right. Ragnar's good. So I'm going to target the one above Trigal, or between me and Trigal, I guess would be more accurate. With another bow attack, a 16 to hit.
16 hits, yep.
Perfect. That's gonna be 9 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
I'm gonna stay there, but tell Ursa to pounce. So he's gonna run up. Oh, he ran too far. And he's gonna make an attack against the same one.
Hold on a second.
Today's episode is brought to you by the letter A for arachnids. And that's up.
Attack everything.
And the letter C for cliff.
Oh, we gotta stop. Guys, we gotta stop.
We're gonna get demonetized.
No, it's not in the first 20 minutes.
We're not on YouTube. We don't have to. No,
All right. Sorry about that. My puppy ran in.
Upper.
So, what did we do?
The bear is
11.
gonna run in and take an attack against it. It was an 11 to hit.
That does
I
not
don't
hit.
think so. So again, he tries swiping at it, but just
Okay.
unable to.
All right. Well, on to that spider, as it goes to. It's going to take another bite at Trugal.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
A 10 does not hit, so
Whew.
yeah, you were able to quickly jump up onto the pillar parkour style, backflip and land in a hero position again as it goes to try to chomp at you.
Stop
Dodge
showing
out.
off and kill it.
Ragnar, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to attack the scooter in front of me recklessly. First one is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
It takes 13 piercing damage.
So you kill it. What does
Alright.
that look like?
I just shove my pickaxe into its little head thing and rip it off.
Not the rectolithorax.
Nope, not going for the rectum. I'm not gonna wreck him in the rectum, you know. And then I'm gonna move down to this one.
Where do spiders excrete from?
Did we just have this conversation?
What?
I was joking saying that it was from the cephalothorax, but
No, the spinnerets.
Oh,
no?
spinnerets.
it is from
Yeah.
the spinneret. They
Yeah,
excrete
so
from there as well.
It's a cloaca,
It's a
I
silk
think.
spinner.
It's like a single hole for everything.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Joe. We have. Never mind. I'm going to use my bonus action and attack
We have holes
this
for
one.
everything. Is that what you're saying?
No, not quite. That is a 15 hit on the second one, on the one down here.
15 does it.
Alright, that is 3 points of piercing damage.
That has easily got to be the lowest amount of damage you've done.
That is the lowest amount of damage I can physically do. So, yep.
Real quick, while you're calculating this, I just looked it up, and actually, spiders do have an anus and excrete waste in the form of droppings. They're a combination of digested food and other waste products and appear as small, dark spots, pinhead-sized splats or drips.
Well, the question wasn't if they. I think I was saying.
No, we said we were going for its anus.
Exude. Yeah.
Huh?
The thing was brought up. You asked why didn't he go for the anus?
Oh, it was a joke because
Right.
somebody said like
But then we
rectal
actually got
thorax,
into
and
the
I said it's part
conversation
of it.
of do they actually have an anus, or I said, oh, it's like a cloaca where it's one hole for everything, which apparently it's not.
But where is it located? In the abdomen or the cephalothorax?
I'll get back to you.
Probably the abdomen, if anywhere.
I would imagine that would make sense for my dumb science brain. All right, on to the original giant spider that Nif was attacking. Nif, go ahead and roll again, another dex save.
Is it
Alright.
still? Is it regular or is it advantage still?
I would say disadvantage because I believe you missed both attacks on the
I did.
list. Yeah.
So
Or not
disadvantage?
disadvantage, excuse me, regular roll.
Okay, so yeah, it's an 8 then.
Alright, so it successfully flings you off. You take 4 bludgeoning damage as it then goes to bite you, whilst being slammed against a pillar. 22 hits. So roll a con save for me, please.
Real quick, I just looked up because of my resilient hide. I am resistant to bludgeoning damage, so I only took 2 from that. And I'm sorry, what am I doing? Con save?
Yes, sir.
Nope.
Damn, boy, natural 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you
Well, I poison it.
you poison it. I'll say you just don't take the poison damage. And this has been the lowest bite damage with 4 piercing.
And I'm believe because of my resilient hide, I'm resistant to piercing damage as well. Yes, so that's only 2.
Nice.
It just nibbles you.
You got beefy all of a sudden.
No, I started looking at my rules.
Oh.
All of a sudden. Also,
Alright,
when
Barry,
we're
you're up.
fighting like banshees and stuff, if
Wait,
it's
you
magical, it doesn't matter.
You guys have been reading your character sheets?
Lame.
I only know one
Lame.
thing, and that's
He follows a chart, and it always says attack.
What do I
Flow
do
chart.
if I can't do
Attack.
this one? Attack. Okay.
Alright, Barry, you were up.
Alright, so what do I have to do to try to get out of this?
Strength save.
Strength save? Alright. I'm gonna use my popcorn.
Or excuse me, strength check, not save. Just to clarify. That was a whoopsie.
I'm not gonna use it since that probably gets out.
I mean, you did call it before the roll. I just feel like this popcorn inspiration just stays on one character for like 8
That's a
sessions.
17.
Alright,
So I
17
break
does
out.
break it.
And then I'm gonna take a whack at this spider right here with my
Yeah,
shillelagh.
whack it off.
Yeah, exactly. That's my bonus action.
Oh, there's so many clips for this session. I've just been clipping away.
I don't know if we should.
There's a 14 hit.
14 does hit. Yep.
All right.
And it's for this guy right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Taste the staff, bro. As the magical shillelagh slams into the spider's mandibles.
Nice. It screams as it leans back on its back legs, going to slam back down to take a bite at you in retaliation, but not yet. Do you want to do anything else?
Yeah, I'll move out of the way. I guess I'll go ahead and provoke opportunity attack.
All right.
I'm gonna move behind
Sounds
Ursa
good.
this way.
Okay.
And I'll tell
A10
Gundren to
does
watch
not
it.
hit.
Yeah, he just like glances off the shell, and I'm like, "Try again, bro." And I say, "Gundren,
Okay.
Gundren, steer clear of that pillar of light, bro. It will burn you intensely."
So I just posted in the Discord, but it looks like spiders have an
God.
anal
What a crappy
tubercule,
drawing.
which is right above the spinneret. So there's actually 2 holes up there, and it turns out that the females, between where their epigastric furrow and their prosma, so between the abdomen and the booty, that's where their reproductive organs are as well.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, you
Also
can see
gives
that
me
on
an
the
idea that
picture Ken posted.
the anal tubercle is above the spinnerets and gives me an idea to flavor a like it's poisoning its web
Yeah.
shoots.
Ooh, extra poison glands.
Congratulations, you now have pink eye.
Ah, no!
All right, Barry turns up.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, on to Gundren. He's gonna run over. Actually, you know what? He'll stay back and shoot his crossbow again. God, that's such a long description. 13 does not hit. So he's going to run over to get beside Sky. Trugal, you're up.
All right. Can I tell between these 2 spiders that are left which one is more injured? I take that back. It doesn't matter because Nif is kind of by himself on this one. Everybody else is ganging up, so I'm gonna turn back around and help.
There's holes all over it. I got it.
So I'm going to attack this one with a kick.
So it sounded to me that you were going towards the one above, but you pinged the one that Nif's on, or was
Correct.
on. Okay.
Correct. Yes. I'm going after
Unlucky
the one I'm
rolls tonight. 9 does not hit.
9 does not hit. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll burn my last key point, and I will.
I'll pass the popcorn to Ken.
Oh yeah. To who? Forgot about that. Who are you passing it to?
To Ken.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right. 13. If that misses, I will go ahead.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, I'll use the. On my last one, I will use the advantage.
Okay.
So.
Nice.
Okay.
24 does
for
it.
6 points of damage, and then I will pass the popcorn to Nif.
Yeah.
It's up next.
All right, and you kill that spider.
Let's go.
It's spider. What does that look like?
Just as I punch, I think somebody had already damaged its pedipalps, So I just punch right into its gullet, and then I just sort of knife my fingers up through the roof of its mouth into its brain, and then just pull my hand back and go, "That was for my bite."
Nice.
And then I look at Niff and say, "Great job, Niff."
Thanks, Dad.
That's Dad. What?
So you're proud of me?
I'm done.
All right. All right. So
All right. I'm gonna try.
I guess let me just get a roll call because I'm not getting the answer quick enough in chat. So we are at the 10:30 marker, past it a little bit. We're almost done with the combat. Do we all want to carry out?
I want to go
Kill it.
for him.
Kill it.
Okay. Does everybody agree? Just give a thumbs up. I
Spider
wanna hold y'all if you
extermination.
don't need to. All right. Sweet. Niff, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna back up 5. Oh, would that not invoke opportunity?
He's already used his
If
opportunity
you're
of
backing
attack.
up,
Oh, he already used his opportunity.
Harry ran around
Yes.
him.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take a step back, and then I'm gonna run up 10 feet and jump as high as I can and dive down on top of him.
okay.
Hoping that gravity assists. All right, and I'm going to take 2 strikes at him. The first is a 14 to hit, which I believe hits.
14 hits. Yep.
All right. And then second is a 13 that doesn't hit, right?
That does not hit.
All right, then I'll use my popcorn on that. And do it again. Ah, even worse. All right. I'll give the popcorn to Sky then.
All right.
But I
Sky, you
did
got
do at least
popcorn.
1 of those damages. So that is 3 damage plus
That
with the
works.
Crimson Right would make that an additional 4 fire damage. So that's 3 slashing, I think it is technically. Somewhere there. And 4 fire.
Yeah, so as it spins around to attempt to follow and attack Barry, you take this opportunity to jump onto its abdomen and slam down into him with your claws. It is screaming out in pain, bleeding profusely everywhere as it's slamming there and to and fro against the pillar across the ground, trying to keep stabilized. It is in critical condition. Sky, you are up unless
Finish
Nick,
him off,
you got anything else.
Sky!
Loosen the arrow. Let moonlight fill this hall.
There we go.
26 to hit.
That hits.
And that will be 10 points of radiant damage directly between its many eyes.
I was waiting for the moment I could finally use my Twitch boon because I keep forgetting about it, and y'all just kept killing. So nice.
That
Right
radiant
between the
doesn't
eyes,
have
blows off its head. As
flash
it
damage,
just
does it?
No.
splash damage.
Okay.
Well, no.
All right, so that does end our combat session. Great. We're only a little, like 5 minutes over, so that's not too
We
shabby.
didn't burn the cave down, guys.
Not yet.
Yes.
All right. Well, for
Give us a
everybody that
chance.
joined, thank you all for joining so much. We appreciate it. We are a small Twitch stream, but we love that, we even have viewers and we're having a great time just putzing about being GMs only here. But typically we do this every Wednesday from 7:30 to 10:30. We are, again, about halfway through or so with 25 or 26 sessions, but all the links are there below where you can find our socials, our website to find events that are coming up, as well as our Patreon to help support us to grow virtually and physically. But without further ado, we'll see you next Wednesday at 7:30. Have a great rest of the night and a good week. We'll see you then. Peace.